FLOSSTUBE, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm the Lancashire Stitcher. Today is Saturday the 5th of November 2022, so it's bonfire night here in the UK, and this is FLOSSTUBE number 57. If you're new here, welcome. This is a channel mainly about cross stitch, but I do include other crafts sometimes, and I also talk about the walks I've been on recently. If you're returning, welcome back. It's lovely to be chatting with you all again. I've got quite a lot to show you today. I've got things everywhere, and I'm also going to be showing pictures of where things were the last time you saw them. Somebody's asked me if I can do that, so yeah, we'll see how it goes, because I don't always take photos, especially Lady of the Flag and Royal Holiday. I don't always take pictures every week, so the picture you see of a before picture might be an earlier one, but yeah, as of now it'll catch up. So yeah, so let's get started. So I have a new start, and I saw this chart. It came up as like an advertisement on Facebook, and I just loved it the minute I saw it, so I had to get it. And it's this one. It's called Dragon Field Note, and it's by Unconventional X Stitch, so Unconventional Cross Stitch. There you go, that's who they are. I'll put a link down below to them. I just love the picture. It's a really detailed dragon. It's very much like a full coverage, but it's not full coverage. So for example, those little words, they're not just one colour, there's several colours in them. So yeah, but I've started stitching on this every day, Monday to Friday. I've started getting up with my husband at 5 o'clock in the morning during the week, and he goes out to work at 6 o'clock, and I've started stitching on this for like about an hour in the morning before I come upstairs to do some work. So I'm stitching on it like every day, Monday to Friday, and that is what I've got done so far. Now it doesn't look like much, but as you can see, they're very tiny stitches. It's on 25 count easy guide, even weave. I'm doing 1 over 1, and yeah, so this is part of the line that goes all the way around the design, and this is the start of the letter D. So yeah, and that's the length of the page from that bit to there, and this is how wide the page is. So that's the page 1. So yeah, so that's my start on Dragon Field Notes. So I'm going to start on that. I'm going to carry on stitching on that in the morning, just to make some progress. I also find I'm more into doing this sort of stitching at that time of morning. You know, I'm wide awake, so so yeah, it should start building nicely, that. So yeah, I'm not stitching it in any special way, you know, like blocks or anything. I'm just doing a colour, trying to do a page at a time. So that's my new start. Put that over there. Whips, right, so my first whip, as always, is Lady of the Flag by Mirabilia. I stitched on this on Sunday, but I won't be stitching on her tomorrow because it's the coach ramble, so I'll be out for most of the day. And there she is. I'm leaving her in the 14-inch Q snap, just so she's ready to stitch on. So there you go. I've put a picture up to show what she looked like the last time you saw her, but basically I've stitched this here in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, she's been stitched on 32 count Hurricane Murano Regana by Pole Stitches. There we go. That's Lady of the Flag. And my next one is Royal Holiday by Mirabilia. I'm stitching this as part of the USNZ Royal Holiday SAL, along with Amy Globetrotting Stitcher, who's finished it, Sarah Stitch Addict, who's finished it, Nancy Duquette, Kate the Scottish Stitcher, and Andreas. I'll put a picture up of what it looked like before, and then this is what she looks like now. So I've done quite a bit of the filling in of the dress over the last couple of weeks. So I know last week I didn't get much chance to stitch on her, but I did a little bit, and then the Wednesday just gone and I did quite a bit down here. So yeah, she's being stitched on 32 counts Dusky Rose Murano Lugana by Pole Stitches. There you go. Do you like her? All those browns in that dress though, and the lady of the flag, it's all brown now as well, so oh dear. Right, and my next one is my Mill Hill Monday piece, which is To All a Good Night. So yeah, and I've managed to do quite a bit on this. So there you go. As you can see, Santa is done. I've done the beads as well. The sled's done, but the sack's done. So I'll probably be moving on to the reindeer next. So yeah, that's that one. I still don't like this fabric, but yeah, persevering. And then my next one is Firefly Fairies by Lavender and Lace. This was one of my acrostic challenges last month, and it's also going to be on this month's list too. And there we go. Oh, no, let's do that. There we go. So as you can see, I've basically done quite a bit. I've put a previous picture up here. I've managed to finish off her hat, and then I've finished a bit of the skirt here, and then I've filled in a bit here as well. So yeah, this is, I've got it on my list, where is it? This is 32 count Marbled Lilac Lugana by Pole Stitches. Marbled Lilac by Pole Stitches. So yeah, I do have the big light on today. It's very miserable outside. It's bonfire night. That's usually what happens, and we usually get rain on bonfire night. So yeah, it's miserable today. So I've put the big light on, and I've got my ring light on as well. So yeah. My next one is When Life Is Done by Silver Creek Samplers. And oops, there we go, got a big crease on it. That is what I've got done. I'll put a previous picture up again. Basically, I've stitched on her skirt, I've done her arm and her foot, and I've done a little bit of green over here. So yeah, I just love the phrase on this. This is just a grab bag piece of Pole Stitches fabric. It's an even weave. I think it's 32 count. So, yeah, that's that one. And then my next one is Foxglove by Nora Corbett. I'll put a previous picture on. And then that is what I've got done. This is being stitched on 32 count Dawn Chorus linen by Pole Stitches. So basically I did this big bit here, and I've added a bit of colour onto the wings. So, yeah. I was going to put a few beads in, but I didn't have the beads, so I need to get those. I need to order them. I don't have the colour that it needs. And then my next one is Gathering Acorns by Cottage Garden Samplings. I do like stitching on this one. Lovely little squirrel. And that is my progress. So we've got the acorn, we've got the start of his head, we've got his leg, and then his arm there. So this is being stitched on 40 count ballet slippers linen by Fox and Rabbit, and I'm doing 1/2, 1 thread over 2 threads on the fabric. There we go. And then my next one is Let There Be Peace by Imaginating. This is such a cute design. And let's go a bit higher up. That is what I've got done. So I think this only needs one more round stitching on it and it'll be finished, because it's just basically blue up here. This is being stitched on a piece of 14 count sparkly white Ada. Just think the sparkle looks really nice with the snowmen. So yeah, I've left a needle in there, I've just seen. Take that out and put it in there. Yep. And then the next one is Halloween Sampler by Cottage Garden Samplings. And that is what I've got done. So basically I did the words creepy, Frankenstein, imitate and jinx this time. This fabric is 32 count vintage grey Belfast linen, and I'm using the called for threads. So yeah, that's that one. And then the next one is, I don't know why have I got Dream? I showed Dream last time. It's not a whip. I shall remove that. That's because I was looking. Oh yes, it is. It is a whip. It's not a whip. I know why that's there. Scrap that. Okay, start again. Right, so they're my whips. They're all my whips. So yeah, I've got quite a bit done. Like I say, when I do the 24 hours of cross stitch challenge, I just have a goal of 4 hours, which I can do in a couple of days usually. It's just the odd day I don't get as much stitching time as I plan on. So it doesn't happen over 2 days, but yeah. So that's how I've got so many whips done this month, this fortnight. Right, so let's do the giveaway winners. So on my last video, I was giving away this, and this was UK only. This was number 1. And then this one was number 2, a Shannon Christine design. So the winner of the kit, it's the full kit, the winner of the kit is Suzanne Roberts. So congratulations, Suzanne. If you email me or message me, I'll get it in the post to you. Number 2, which was the Orange Swirl Pumpkin, that's been won by Stephanie Wingett. So congratulations, Stephanie. Again, if you contact me, I'll get it in the post to you. I know I have had an email for one of the winners for last time, and I've not had a chance to post it yet, so I will post it, but the other one I've not had an email yet. So yeah. Right, I am having another giveaway at the end. It's only one thing today though. So yeah. Right, plans. Lots of plans. So let's start with letters of the month for November. This is why Dream was out. Letters of the month for November are the letters D and C. So for the letter D, I'm stitching on Dream by Art to Heart. Or just another button company in the Art to Heart series. Okay. And I showed this in my last video. That is what I've got done so far. So yeah, it's all creased, and because I've got the big light on, we're getting shadows all over the place. So yeah, that's the progress so far. I've got a goal of a minimum of 6 hours on this for November. So yeah, that's that one. And then the letter C, and it's a really bad photo printing of I printed this when on my old printer, and I think the colour wasn't great. It's Cheshire Cat by Brooks Books Publishing. So yeah, that picture's not great, but yeah, you can see what it's looking. It's like, it's that basically. So yeah, and that is what I've got done so far. This fabric is Hurricane, which I'm stitching Lady of the Flag and Snow Days on. So obviously I like this fabric. I don't know whether this is, I think it's 28 count, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's my progress so far on Cheshire Cat. And again, I've got a goal of a minimum of 6 hours on this. So yeah, that's that one. And that's Letters of the Month. And then acrostic. So I've got the acrostic sheet for November. And the phrase this month is offer gratitude. So we've got offer gratitude. So the letter O is going to be Olivia Ockerleaf by Silver Creek Samplers. And I did stitch on this on last month's acrostic challenge. I do have a few this month that I've carried over from last month because I just want to carry on stitching on them. So I'm carrying on stitching on this one, Olivia Ockerleaf, and that is what I've got done so far. I've just showed it in my last video. So there we go. I've got to go. Most of these are 4 hours go on them. And then the letter F. Oh, the letter F is Firefly Fairies that I just showed you in my whips. So I'm going to stitch on that again this month. The next letter F is Foxglove, which I've just shown you in my whips. So that's going to get stitched on again. And then the letter E is going to be Stitch All the Things by Erica Michaels, E for Erica. So this was my travel stitch, but I don't tend to travel as much these days. So yeah, although I have been stitching in the library on my craft group. I've not been taking knitting with me, crochet, I've been doing cross stitch. That's my progress on Stitch All the Things, stitching it using the called for threads. So yeah, let's stitch all the things. And I know Stitchy Sally was doing a sal of that. I think she's just recently finished it. So yeah, I need to get it finished because it's been a whip for a while. So right, so then the letter R is going to be Autumn Quakers by Rosewood Manor. Letter R for Rosewood. So this is one that doesn't get pulled out often enough. And yet when I stitch on it, I enjoy stitching on it. That is my progress. All these that I'm showing now in my plans, I'll tell you what the fabric is when I show them when I've stitched on them. But I do know this is doubloon. It was the called for fabric that I managed to get, and it's been stitched using the Valdani threads. So yeah, so that's Autumn Quakers by Rosewood Manor. And then where am I? That one. G is going to be Gathering Acorns again, my squirrel, which I showed in my whips. So that's going to be stitched on again. And then the letter R is going to be Random Thoughts by the Drawn Thread. Like I said, I'm trying to get this finished by the end of the year as part of the I Dare You sal by Marnie's Mixed Bag. And not long ago I showed you this, but I will show it again. And it's still creased because it's been in the bag. That's my progress. So hopefully, I'm hoping I can at least get quite a bit of work done down here. If not a finish. I might just work on it until it's finished, but we'll see how time goes this month. So yeah. Yeah, I've just realised, Gathering Acorns, it was the first thing I stitched on in November for my acrostic challenge. A is going to be At the Met by Mirabilia. And I've not done much on this. I made a start on it last year, at the beginning of the year. I've just realised, there you go. I've just felt this, and I've got the April Mirabilia Retreat needle minder still on it. And there's a needle there as well. I'm doing well with these needles today. So where's the magnet? There's the magnet. Right. So there you go, it's not been stitched on since I got home from the Mirabilia retreat in April. And that is how much I got done. This fabric is Sparkly's Fairies. It looks like even weave, but yeah, that's my progress so far on at the net. And then T is going to be Thomas's stocking again. Stitching this for my second grandchild, Nora. And this is being stitched on 18 count Florber using DMC number 5 pearl. See, I always fold it too much. There we go. And that's how much I've got done so far. I did stitch on this last month, so I'm going to be stitching on it again this month. There we go. And then I is going to be, no, it was Let There Be Peace, which is why it was in my whip pile, because I've stitched on that since the beginning of November as well. And then T, and I've not brought the stitching up because I'm actually stitching on this at the moment. T is Tudor Bee by the Blue Flower. And I'll put a picture up of what it looked like before I started stitching on it. Yesterday I started stitching on it. So yeah. So that's going to be stitched on this month. It's being stitched on this month. And then U is Up on the Rooftop by Glendon Place. Stitched on this last month. And stitched on it again this month. And then, there we go. I did show it in my last video. That's how much I've got done so far. Hopefully make some more progress getting around this star. And then, where are we? D, I've put Dream by Just Another Button Company, which is my Letters of the Month piece, and that'll have a go of 6 hours. And then E is Enchanted Alphabet by Lavender. No, it's not. Dear me. Yeah, it is. It's by Lavender and Lace. I get confused with these things. Lavender and Lace, Enchanted Alphabet. And that is what I've got done so far. So as you can see, the little girl is getting bigger. Hoping to get her nearly finished this time. This fabric is Cotton Clouds by Crafty Kitten, which isn't around anymore. But yeah, so that's my November acrostic challenge. Now, that's that one. So there are all my November plans. So, you may have seen that I put a post up on YouTube the other day about my seasonal sale that I talked about in my last video. And because I've had a lot of questions, some people commented on my video, some people emailed me, some people messaged me on Instagram. So yeah, I've had a lot of questions, so I did a post to explain what it was, what I'm doing, and yeah, so I'll talk about it now as well in case you didn't see the post. So the idea is that on the 21st of December this year, that is the first day of winter here in the Northern Hemisphere, I'm going to start stitching on Celtic Christmas by Lavender and Lace. It'll be a new start on the 21st of December. And then I'm going to stitch on it. I think I'm going to do 30 minutes a day. Like I do the dragon an hour a day, I'm going to do 30 minutes a day on Celtic Christmas. But you don't have to stitch, if you want to join in with the sal, you don't have to stitch the Celtic ladies, you don't have to stitch a fancy lady. As long as what you're stitching on is something that's to do with the seasons. Pardon me, as I said, I don't have Celtic winter, but I thought I'll stitch this one instead, because it's around winter. So, but you can stitch on anything. Somebody did mention the Cricket Collection words, so like spring, summer, autumn, winter. So you could do those if you wanted to, or you could do a big design that's got elements of each season in it. Somebody said about Maidens of the Seasons by Mirabilia. So you can do any of that. It doesn't matter. The hashtag will be seasonal sal, I'll put it at the bottom of the screen. And yeah, I'm thinking I might set up a group on Facebook. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, so on the 21st of December, I'm going to start stitching on Celtic Christmas. I don't have fabric yet. When I went to the retreat, I did buy white fabric, but then she's got some white candles on there, so they just get washed out with the white fabric. So the design calls for like an olive green fabric, so I'm gonna have a look for a nice pale or olive green to stitch her on. So yeah, so she'll be started in December. And then on the 20th of March next year, that's the first day of spring here in the Northern Hemisphere, I'll put Celtic Christmas away and I'll start stitching on Celtic Spring by Lavender and Lace. But I'm not doing that colourway. I don't like the colourways that Marilyn Levitin decided on for these things. I'm going to stitch this version, green and purple. That version is by Katarina Holan, and I got spring and summer conversions from the L&L Celtic Ladies Conversion Facebook group. So I'll put a link down below to that in case you're interested in doing that. But that's the version I'm going to do. And I'm going to stitch it on, sorry for the crinkling, Sparkly's Primrose, 28 count even weave. Nice pale green. And then I'm going to stitch on that 30 minutes a day until the 21st of June, when that will go away, and I'll start stitching on Celtic Summer by Lavender and Lace. Again, I'm not stitching that colourway. I'm going to stitch this colourway, which is by Emma Kate Chisholm, again from the Lavender and Lace group on Facebook. I just like those colours in that, that's nice. And then I'm going to stitch it on 28 count even weave in Solitaire by Sparklies, nice pink. And then on the 23rd of September, and I know on my post I originally put the 1st of September. I don't know why I put the 1st. I'm probably thinking autumn term, but I'm not sure. But the 23rd of September, the first day of autumn, I'm going to put summer away, and I'll start stitching Celtic Autumn by Lavender and Lace. Again, not doing that colourway. I'm going to do Janet Granger's colourway, which is nice oranges and greens. So I'm going to stitch that version, and I'm going to put it on Sparkly's Slightly Buttery 28 count even weave, nice pale yellow. And then on the 21st of December next year, I'll put that away and go back to Celtic Christmas, and then the year after it'll be the same again. So first day of spring, summer, autumn, I'll swap the designs and I'll carry on like that until it's finished. That's the theory. So yeah, so anybody can join in. Please feel free to join in. I've had quite a lot of people saying they're going to join me in it already. So yeah, it'd be nice to have other people stitching along, the seasonal thing. Like I said, I got the idea from Janet Jabber, because she does the Mirabilia Queens, and she does them seasonally, so puts them away on the first day of the next season and starts the next one. So yeah, so that's the plans for that. The Janet Granger's conversion of autumn, I got that from her blog. I'll put a link down below to that. Right, December plans. Right, in December, I'm not going to do the 24 hours of cross stitch challenge. I'm just going to have a break from that next month. Stitchecology on Instagram put a post up the other day about 12 starts Christmas. The hashtag is 12 starts Xmas. I'll put it down here. So the idea is you pick 12 new starts, and every couple of days from the 1st to the 25th of December you do a new start. You start a new start. So you stitch on it for like 2 days and then you change to the next one. So I'm going to have a go at that, because I'm hoping not to have too many new starts next year. Dearie. So you know me too well. So yeah, but that's the theory. So I'm compiling a list now of what I'm going to stitch. So when I do my next video, I'll show you what I'm going to stitch. I'm trying to look what, yeah, the 19th or 20th is my next video. So yeah, so when I do that video, I'll show you what I'm going to stitch on in December. So it's going to be 12 new starts, as well as doing my usual Lady of the Flag, Royal Holiday and Mill Hill. And one of my new starts is obviously going to be Celtic Christmas. So yeah, so that's the idea. So I'll put a link, I'll put the hashtags and all the rest of it down below if you're interested in joining in with that. So that's all my plans. It's getting towards the end of the year. I start getting big ideas towards the end of the year, and then when we start the new year, things start fading off. But the only thing I've got planned for next year up to now is my Celtic Ladies, is the seasonal sale. That's it. That's all my plans for next year up to now. I'm thinking the acrostic challenge, but we'll see. I've got 2 months virtually, just under 2 months to decide on what I'm doing next year. Right, let's do stitch stash enhancement. I've bought 2 charts in the last 2 weeks. I got them from Nimble Thimble from the website. The first one is this one. It's called Bewitched, and it's by Autumn Lane Stitchery. Now, when I was at the retreat a couple of weeks ago, Gabrielle, who's Gabby's Stitches on Instagram, she was stitching on this, and it looked absolutely gorgeous. She'd done basically the top part, the head, and you know, she was on the body, this bit, and it looked gorgeous. And that picture doesn't really do it justice, as they usually don't. But yeah, I just had to get this chart, and I'd already spent my allowed budget when I was at the retreat. So when I came home the week after, I looked on Nimble Thimble, and she had this chart, so I bought it. So yeah, so that's a new chart, and I think this might be one of my new starts next month. So yeah, because it is a gorgeous chart. And then, because I got that one, I also bought this one. It's called Hester's Special Delivery by Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. So that's the chart, and if I do that so you can see the picture properly. That's such a cute design. Obviously it's like eggs in the basket, so it's like an Easter type thing, and the bunny. But yeah, I just thought that was cute, so I got that one as well. So yeah, so they're my stash enhancing that I got from Nimble Thimble. I also bought some Sweet Dozier. It was a thread I noticed I needed for Firefly Fairies for the hair. So yeah, I was searching for this thread, and I think I got it from West End Embroidery. But yeah, one tiny little skein of Sweet Dozier for Firefly Fairies. But yeah, I know you can probably swap it out for DMC, but it's just one silk. So yeah, got that. Right, so let's talk about the one walk that I've done in the last 2 weeks. One. I did, I said about it in my last video, I did recce in Buxton. So I drove down to Buxton. Is it about 50 miles? Something like that from here. It's in Derbyshire, Peak District. I went down one day during the week. I went early. I set off from here about 6:30 in the morning, got there for about 8 o'clock, and then I did the walk and finished around lunchtime, just after lunch. I did do a short, so if you might have seen you know, YouTube's version of Reels, I put that up when I'd done the walk of some photos and a little video I did. I ended up walking 10 miles, even though the walk I'm doing tomorrow, which when I'm actually leading the walk, it's only about 8, maybe 8.5, because I was trying to find where the route was trying to take me, because I had a map and with the route on the map, and I was trying to find where I went, and I was having to go backwards and forwards a few times to find where I actually went on the walk. So anyway, it went up to, you ended up on a hill where there's a folly, it was called Grinlow Tower or Solomon's Temple. And I didn't go in it at the time. There were a lot of families up there. It was during half term, so a lot of families had walked up to there. So I didn't go up then. I'll probably go up tomorrow. Depends what the weather's like. We might be hiding in there out of the rain for a bit. But yeah, so it was a nice walk. Did it on my own. And then treated myself to Costa coffee and a toasty while I was there for my lunch. So yeah, and then drove home again. I was supposed to be doing a walk today, but because the weather's so rubbish, I thought I don't really want to go out today and get soaked and my boots get soaked and then have to go out tomorrow with wet boots on. I could dry them out a bit, but they wouldn't be totally dry. So I just thought, no, let's not go out walking today, do my video, go for the coach ramble tomorrow, and then hopefully maybe get out for a walk during the week. So that's what my plans are. So yeah, so at least I've done one walk in the last 2 weeks. But yeah, so that's the walk. And I've put some pictures up around, but yeah, have a look at the short if you can access it. It should be on my channel to have a look at. Okay, so the only other thing I've got to talk about is my giveaway. So this giveaway, I meant to do it last video and I completely forgot about it. One of my customers from my business sent me this and said I can give it away, and then I just completely forgot. So yeah, I'm really sorry, but I'm giving it away now. It's another Prairie Schooler Santas. It's a set of 3 of the Santas Revisited. It's the 1990, 94 and 2005 Santas. So yeah, so if you'd like this, please say the word Santa in your comment, and comment before the 19th of November, and I'll draw a winner when I do my video. So I'm not giving the rules away for a while. Please be over 18 so you can give me your address. Please don't say the word draw, win, giveaway, anything that tells people that I'm giving something away. We don't want trolls or anybody who doesn't do cross stitch winning my giveaway. And make sure you say the word Santa before the 19th of November. I'm also going to add that if I only have this one, if it doesn't arrive, I can't do anything about it. There isn't a substitute. So no, it's not even happened yet, but I know a lot of FLOSSTUBERS have started saying that in their videos. So yeah, there's only that one. I'm giving it out of the goodness of my heart. And yeah, if it goes missing in the post, sorry. There was something I was just thinking. Yeah, we have been having a lot of postal strikes here in the UK as well, so that can affect how long it takes to get to you as well. I'll post that anywhere as well. But yeah. Oh, thank you to the person who got me coffee, buy me a coffee. The link's down below if you're interested. I use that to pay for postage for the giveaways. So yeah, thanks to everybody who does that for me. So I think that's it for now. It's been quite a long video. As I said, I did have a lot to talk to you about. So yeah, so I'll film again 19th or 20th, not sure what date yet, don't know what I'm doing in 2 weeks time. So have a good 2 weeks, take care of yourselves and those you love, be kind always, and happy stitching. Bye for now.